Meanwhile, Congress approving a 2-week spending bill to avoid a partial shutdown, delaying the fight over border spending, but both sides still seem far apart on a more lasting deal. President Trump weighing in on all of this, tweeting, quote, Arizona, together with our military and Border Patrol, is bracing for a massive surge at a non-walled area. We will not let them through. Big danger. Nancy and Chuck must approve border security and the wall. Joining me now, Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger of Illinois. Congressman, thank you for coming on this morning. So,
you bet, thanks.
So will Democrats come to the table here?
Probably not. I mean, they have a clock, so basically on January 3rd they take over. So I think it's in their interest to placate their far left to probably go into government shutdown. And America has a right to this wall money because that's what the president ran on. It was one of his signature issues. And look, the reason there is now a surge potentially in Arizona is because you have to secure the entire border. What happens is you find surges in certain areas. We secure that area with the little money that's appropriated, and then they find the next area to enter. So it has to be kind of an all situation where you go the entire length of the U.S. border. And we also need elements of the government all working together. For instance, the Army and the Air National Guard. The plane I fly, the RC-26, is well equipped for the border and was requested by the administration and was told by the Air National Guard they were unavailable for whatever reason because of their own bureaucratic issues. If all aspects of the government work together and we give the money that's needed, we can secure it, and then we can fix our generous immigration system that we have.
Yeah, you obviously sound very passionate about all of this. Nancy Pelosi yesterday on border wall funding. Listen.
To support some degree of wall funding if you got a permanent, bona fide solution on dock?
No.
Why not?
Well, because they're two different subjects. Most of us, speaking for myself, consider the wall immoral, ineffective, inexpensive, and the president said he promised it. He also promised Mexico would pay for it.
Where do you think ultimately she's going with this? And I wanted to get your response to that.
What blows me away is the word immoral. The wall is immoral. That's very Nancy Pelosi, and it's amazing because these are the people that 10 years ago were like the biggest hawks on immigration and wanted to do border security. Where I think it's going, again, you have the Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, far left wing of their base that they have to placate. So they're not going to give anything. And what breaks my heart, Sandra, honestly, is I want full immigration reform. I want comprehensive immigration reform. I want to solve the Dreamer situation. You're not going to do that until you get border security, because border security is the thing that creates a generous immigration system, because now we can say that we can open our doors to people through a legal system because we have control of folks that are coming here illegally. It's harming the people that want to play by the rules. This is an easy thing to do. It doesn't have to be all about just whacking the president on this issue. Give him the money, build the wall, let's fix immigration, and move on to other issues to argue about, because we always find new ones.
Well, it can't do that just yet. This has been a top priority for the president, funding the border wall, and it's a top priority for Republicans as well. What is at stake here for both the president and your party, Congressman?
Well, I think there's a lot at stake, but again, we lost the House, and so on January 3rd, no matter whether the government shut down or whatever, it goes to that January 3rd date, and Nancy Pelosi gets the gavel again. Look, we fought hard. There's already been $1.5 billion money allocated to it, but the reality is, I don't necessarily like them, but the Senate has their 60-vote rules, and so the Democrats had a seat at the table. We would have allocated all this. We had 2 opportunities to pass fully funded bills, and even some in our own party opposed that, and every Democrat opposed it, which built the wall and fixed immigration. So look, we had an opportunity to solve it. We hopefully can get an opportunity to solve it, but I think it's pretty obvious that Nancy Pelosi and the far left is really just interested in going after the president and not really solving these issues.
We'll see where it all goes. Congressman, thank you for coming on the program this morning. Good to see you.
You bet. Take care.
Watch this story. Tensions rising in Ukraine. The U.S. taking new action after Moscow seized these Ukrainian ships. That's some live reaction.